Mayor, what do we have here today?
We had some young people coming out and some adults to look at aviation mechanics and what is involved in aviation mechanics, exposing particularly young people to the field of aviation and other opportunities there, not only in flying, but also in serving as a mechanic and how important that is, and the numerous opportunities that are available around aviation and mechanics.
Well, that is very good. So who's spearheading this?
Mr. Rodney McKnight, who works with the Red Tail Scholarship Foundation, is spearheading it here at Moulton Field, at our historic Moulton Field.
And you gave up part of your Saturday evening to be on hand, I see.
They asked me to stop by, so I said I'd come on out here, particularly with young people involved. You try to support whatever you can that encourages young people. We have so many situations where young people aren't given good examples or good opportunity. So I want to at least be here since I was invited to see and encourage young people to do positive things, to look at other opportunities that they have. And they seem really excited and interested.
Yes, so while this was the first time that we've had something like this where kids can come to the airport and learn about aviation and learn about the opportunities here at the airport for them, this is certainly not the last time. So we look forward to, we first of all thank you all for telling your friends and family about us here at the airport. We thank you for coming out and visiting us and learning. And we encourage you to stay in contact with us and visit the airport frequently, and make sure that you're here next time that we have a gathering here for people in the community to come out and learn about airplanes and learn about aviation in general, because there's always something to do and something to learn here at the airport.
And who are you and why are you doing this?
Yes, sir. My name is Rodney McKnight Jr., and the reason that I'm doing this is because I'm an aircraft mechanic by trade and I'm a pilot by hobby. And the reason that I'm an airplane mechanic and a pilot is because someone took the time to bring me to an airport and expose me to aviation and introduce me to aviation, and for me to get this experience. So I have the responsibility to extend those same opportunities and experiences to the people of my community and the children of my community. That's very important to me. And here follow that yellow line by using the pedals to turn left and turn right. There you go.
Which way to go? Left or right?
I want you to go straight, and then I want you to go to the left. Alright. And when you get ready to turn left, just go ahead and push the left pedal with your left foot. So now you see how whenever you push the toe brakes, whenever you use your toes, the airplane stops? But look at the pedals. If you want to turn, look at the pedals, Jacoby. If you want to turn, you can push the pedal like that, and it'll turn without stopping. So turn to the left. There you go. So see how you're turning, and the airplane's still moving forward. Turn a little bit more, and then straighten up. Perfect. That's how you do it. And now you're going straight. Beautiful. Turn. You can go back to the left.
You got off the runway. Get back on.
First I was here, you're going making the toggles. I'm like, what?
Let the brake go.
We have a chef?
And turn.
Not you.
Perfect. There you go.
Hi.
You accident.
There you go. Now we're gonna get back onto the taxiway or back onto the pavement.
Oh, you guys can go. Actually, if you go all the way down and to the left, you're able to
follow
get
that
into the
yellow
classroom
line.
too. And you guys can like sit everywhere. Anywhere. Sorry.
Just like that.
Do you want anything to eat? We have a whole bunch. You do.
Now you ready to go flying?
Down there we have chicken,
All right,
ham,
let's go
turkey.
flying now.
Or
So. All right, you see the yellow line, how it curves to the right? I want you to follow that line. And we're going to get on the runway. We're getting ready for takeoff. Follow that line. Follow it to the right. Keep going forward. Turn right. Push the right pedal with your right foot. There you go. Perfect. A little bit more. Keep on going. Right pedal, right foot. There you go. Now I want you to go over there onto the runway, and we're going to take off.
can't back on. Okay. I'm gonna go back.
Some airplanes go backwards.
Oh, really?
Not this one doesn't, but some airplanes can go backwards.
I didn't know that. The new ones? Because I knew it was
Now turn right,
a big one in there.
and we're getting ready to take off. Now we're ready. Turn to the right, right pedal, right foot. Push right pedal with your right foot. There you go. There you go. A little bit more. A little bit more. All right. Now hit the brakes. Brakes. Push the brakes. Just like that. Perfect. All right. Now before we take off, we want to check everything in the airplane to make sure everything's working. So we look down here. We're looking at our fuel. We make sure we have enough fuel. We make sure that the oil is good. You see the green and the needle's pointing into the green. So that means our oil is at a good temperature and we have good oil pressure. That's kind of like our blood pressure. So we have good oil pressure and we have good oil temperature. All right. We're at idle, so that's why the exhaust gas temperature is low and the fuel flow is low. Okay, now what I want you to do, I want you to push this lever all the way forward. Now that we checked everything and we're safe to take off, push the right pedal. Right pedal, right pedal. There you go. Let the right pedal go a little bit.
Now pull it out.
And pull back slightly, not so hard. There you go, just like that. Now you're flying. Push this button right here. All right, good job. Pull back. Don't go to the ground. There you go. Just like that.
What does this button do?
That button doesn't do anything in this airplane. Push the nose down a little bit. Nose down. Turn to the left.
Stay up, stay up.
There you go. Right there.
Oh,
Hold that.
what this one?
That one will look around. So like push that one to the left or to the right. That's how you look around. So now I want you to start a slight turn to the
I also
left.
have rice and cabbage too.
The other left.
Right.
Your military left.
Amazing.
Just like that. That's perfect. Perfect.
It'll be here with cabbage in just a second.
Now you see how the plane is slowly going toward the ground? Just pull back slightly. Just like that. Beautiful. And now you're doing what we call a level turn. Yep. Look around.
Houses.
Yep. And that's
Like Tuskegee.
that. We're in Tuskegee. This is Tuskegee. We just took off from the Tuskegee airport, and you're flying around Tuskegee right now.
But what are these two buttons? These three.
So these buttons, and for this airplane, these buttons don't do anything. But if we flew other airplanes, those buttons would do something. This is just the airplane we use for practice and for training. So it's pretty simple.
I know a lot of people have reports, so I just like leave it out on here.
That's Tuskegee for real?
Yes, sir. This is Tuskegee.
That's why they look like we're using it out.
She can hear you. She's over. I think she might be getting some food. You wanna let's see. You wanna go back to the airport and see what the airport looks like from the air? All right. Turn to the left. Bit. So whenever you're flying around, you want to be able to see the horizon. We want you to be able to always see it, even if you're turning or even if you're making a maneuver. So here's the airport. That's the airport. That's the Tuskegee airport we just took off from. Yep. So turn towards the airport.
Cool.
Yep. Straighten up.
My house not that far from me.
Your house is close to the Tuskegee airport. Very nice.
So you guys want cabbage and
What's the big button on the back there?
Huh?
Oh, somebody, like
Yep. Cars driving on the road.
in real life?
Almost in real, yeah. Because cars that when we fly, we can see cars driving on the road from the air when we're flying.
What are these buttons on the back there?
On this one, in this airplane, I don't think those buttons do anything. You want to try and land it? All right. I want you. This is what I want you to do. Turn to the left like that. Straighten up. You're gonna crash.
Crash button.
We saved it. That's not. He's doing tricks already. Good save, Jacoby. Put the nose down. Turn to the left and straighten up. Straighten up. And I'm gonna show you how to land. Oh no, I want you to. You do it. I want you to do it. I'm just gonna help you out a little bit. Pull back a little bit. All right, now fly straight.
Running.
Fly straight that way.
You cool with going tomorrow? At 3? Same time?
Possibly. We'll talk about it later.
Oh, is that the highway?
That is one of the highways.
What's that big old thing over there?
That I don't know.
Let me go see.
All right. Looks like it's just some houses. And that's a tower, so you want to. That's a power line. So make sure you fly over the power line. There you go. There you go. Over the power line. All right. Now we're going to get ready to turn around so we can go land at the airport. All right. All right. So very easy and gentle. Start a slight turn to the right.
I wonder if I can see the Tuskegee River thing. Like,
Okay, you can go to the left. Keep that turn going. Keep that turn going. Straighten up. Straighten up. Straighten it up a little bit. Turn the other way. Push down. There you go. You gotta be sharp. Now, turn. Look to the right. All right. Start your. Give me a turn to the right.
11 and 5. Just go after them.
Keep coming. Keep on coming to the right. Keep it coming. Keep on coming. Right there. Okay, we see the airport. Now we're getting ready to land. Push this button right here, Kobe. The bottom. Yep. One time. Perfect. Now we're going to land on the runway, which is right here, okay?
I'm gonna land in the grass.
You can land in the grass if you want to. What, you want to land in the grass or you want to land on the runway?
The grass.
All right, let's go land in the grass right here to the left of the runway. Turn to the right. Turn to the right. Just like that. There you go. There you go. You're getting pushed by the wind. I can see the wind pushing you. All right. Now pull up slightly, gentle. Push down. Push down. Turn to the right.
Oh, I
Now
did.
that you did. That's it. Now you gotta do is hit the brakes. Just push the brakes like this. Yeah, both of them. And then when the plane comes to a stop, we'll turn the plane off, and you've successfully taken off, flown, and landed the airplane. All right. Now you ready to turn it off?
Yeah.
Pull this one back all the way. Let's see how the propeller stops spinning. Yes, because you turned the engine
That's
off.
what the
That one changes the blade angle of the propeller. Now look at the.
Look at that thing again.
Yep, you stood on that to check the gas. Remember? Now turn to the left,
Oh, that's cool.
and we're gonna turn the battery off so all the lights go off. So go look back to the left, and I want you to take the mouse right here
So sorry, Steve.
and click that red button on the bottom of the red button right there.
Excuse me.
And let me see the mouse real quick.
It's a key.
All right, there you go. Now click that other red button too, and you'll see the lights go off. All right. Now turn the key to the left, the other way. Put it to the left side of the key. There you go. Now click it 2 times. One more time. Perfect. That's how you turn the ignition off. Good job, Kobe. I believe that it's actually more difficult to fly on the simulator than it is to fly an actual plane in real life. So if you can do what Jacoby just did, which is all on his own with a little bit of guidance, he took off, he taxied the plane, he moved the plane around on the ground, lined himself up on the runway for takeoff, actually took off and flew the airplane around Tuskegee, and we flew him back to the airport and he landed the airplane. He did it all by himself on the simulator, and everything that he just did and learned, he will remember forever, and he'll be able to use that experience and use that knowledge next time he comes here to the airport to fly in a real airplane. So it's also much more. It's much cheaper and less expensive to fly and practice on a simulator than it does in a real airplane. Real airplanes burn real gas, and they cost real money. Whereas the simulator here, you can fly on the simulator all day, every day, and as long as you have electricity, you can practice flying on the simulator, practicing your pilot techniques and your pilot procedures, just how Jacoby did today.
Does the simulator tell you what mistakes you're making when?
There are options where simulators can guide you and hold you accountable for performance. So it'll tell you if you did well or if you still need practice. This version that we have set up, this is more so of a technique and procedure simulator. So this one is not going to tell you that you did good, and it's not going to tell you that you did bad. So the way we circumnavigate that, or the way we work around that, is we'll have students like Jacoby sit down and fly on the simulator, and then we'll have an instructor or a pilot who is already a licensed pilot or an instructor sit down with that student, like I did with Jacoby, and coach him and guide him through what's happening, what he can expect, and what we expect of him while performing on the simulator. So right pedal to the right, and then what you're going to do is you want to follow that line. Yeah. There you go. You can go to the right. You can go to the right if you like. Okay, go to the left. Left pedal. Yep. Just like that. Now follow that line at this speed, just as you're going all the way to the end. And then while you're moving, practice seeing what it does when you push the right pedal. So you see how the plane goes to the right, now push the left pedal. See how it goes to the left, now push the right pedal. And then you can get a feel for what the plane does based on how much input you have to give.
Oh my god. I would die.
Just like that. Perfect. And this is what we do as pilots to get. So you remember where we saw the airplanes at?
Yeah, yeah.
This is how we get from where the airplanes are parked to on the runway when we're ready to take off and go fly. This is what we have to do.
How come it keeps going off? Like it always goes off a little bit, even if I'm not doing anything.
That's physics. So because you have a fan spinning in one direction, there's
I keep going straight.
Are you familiar with Newton's
Newton's law.
three laws of motion?
Mm-hmm.
It's, for every action, there's
There's
equal and opposite reaction. Okay, so if the propeller's spinning one way, that's one action, and then there has to be a reaction. So the plane naturally wants to turn the opposite way that the engine is
Oh, okay.
So if you let both of the pedals go, the plane's going to want to go to the left.
And that's gonna go where it wants to.
Yeah. And we learned about these things in flight training. So this is our fuel gauge. We have make sure we have gas. This is our oil temperature. Make sure that the oil's not too hot. This is our oil pressure. We want to make sure that we have good oil pressure. Good oil pressure means that the oil is getting everywhere it needs to go into the engine.
So that's good. That's good.
Yep.
We're good.
And then this is our vacuum. Our engine actually has a vacuum pump on it, and it creates vacuum for these instruments to work. So that's working. And then this is our alternator. This tells us that our alternator is charging the battery. And this is the altimeter.
Oh yeah, I learned about this one.
Yep. Yeah. This is the altimeter, and we do look at the altimeter while we're flying to know how high off the ground we are.
Alright, so I need to like keep that in me.
You'll see it. So now I want you to give it a little bit of gas right here, throttle, and then now we're gonna, 25 is good, and we're gonna go turn onto the runway. Follow that yellow line, and we're gonna get onto the runway.
I'm so sorry.
Don't hold the brakes. If you hold the brakes, you're not gonna move.
I don't think I'm holding them.
Just push the left pedal to go left, like that. There you go.
Oh, yeah, I'm pushing down. Yeah, that I will twist the brake.
There you go. And then once you get on the runway, just turn straight down the runway. Hit the brakes. Try and get on the center line.
Wait, you said hit the brake?
Well, to slow down, but I want you to get on the center line of the runway. All right. And now we're ready for takeoff. So point straight down the runway, down to the center of the runway, and that's where your eyes are going to be focused. So I want you to focus all the way down to the end of the runway. Push this lever all the way forward, and when the plane wants to go left, keep it from going left by adding pressure on the right pedal. Not too much, just enough to keep it from going all the way left. A little bit more pressure, just like that. Just like that's perfect. Press this button. Perfect, and pull back slightly, gently. Just like that, you're flying. Right, push the nose down a little bit, nose down, push the nose down. There you go. Just like that. Not all the way down, just not as high as you had it earlier.
Okay, okay.
Just like that, and you're flying. Now push this button. Alright, beautiful. And you're flying over the city of Tuskegee. Pull the nose up. There you go. So now that you're in the air flying, now you can push this forward or pull it backwards if you want the nose to go down or if you want the nose to go up. If you want to roll right, you go to the right. If you want to roll left, you roll that to the left.
And always keep the horizon. You always see the horizon, right?
Yes, yes. We're going to always use the horizon as reference to know where we're, what attitude we are. If we're nose up or if we're leaning to the right, we know that by looking at the horizon.
It was a lot easier than taking off.
Yeah. Now I want you to give me a slight turn to the left. Yep. Just like that. It's beautiful. Now pull back slightly.
Now where's the runway? I don't see it. Where do I go?
It's behind you. That's it right there. Straighten
I
up.
see it.
Push the nose down a little bit.
I'm scared to land it. I don't want to land it.
You want to land it?
I know.
Oh, it's not hard. I'm right here. I'm gonna coach you through it. All right. So turn to the right and push the nose down a little bit. And this would be the Maryville subdivision right here.
Okay. Where do you think? Okay, so Bridges is next to the White Store. Do you think we can go see Bridges?
It's not. It's probably not going to be there. I want you to fly straight. We're about to go land now.
Excuse me.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so raise your hand. Raise your hand if you know personally a female pilot. Okay. Now I want all of you to raise your hands. Everybody put your hands in the air. Raise your hand if you know a female pilot. Everybody keep their hands up. Because Morgan is a female and Morgan is a pilot. In fact, Morgan is the first female pilot here at the Ringtail Scholarship Foundation. We have several females on the scholarship that are learning how to fly, and they're going to be teaching other people how to fly as well. Morgan here, she was the first female to test and successfully pass her test, and now she is a licensed pilot. So this is Morgan, everyone.
Alright. So, like he said, a lot of people don't, even if you were familiar with this program, you would know that there are a lot of guys here who are licensed pilots, but there aren't many women. So it is definitely a good experience for you guys to come out here and see not only just me, somebody who just recently got their license, but other women who are working towards getting their license, because when I was training, there was just one other girl who was here training with me. And I think that the difference in your training is all contingent upon where you surround yourself. So if this is something that you guys are interested in, or if this is not something that you're interested in, you can still apply this to whatever you are interested in. So say for instance you're interested in becoming a pilot or going the maintenance route. The difference in my training happened when I experienced spending more time here. So there was about 6 months of my training that I was working a job that was pretty strenuous, and I spent a lot of time at work. And when I finally quit my job and invested some time, more time here, it made a huge difference. And the thing about this place here is that it's an opportunity for you to build a skill, but it's actually fun. Like, we have a lot of fun here. And we got the Sims. Y'all can always hop on the Sims. If you come and you get a waiver sign, you can always probably hop up on somebody else's flight and get on the controls. And even when we're not flying, we have events, and everybody here is always learning and doing grounds. Like, everything here is free, and it's a wealth of knowledge. So, you said what now? Oh, I thought somebody said something. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, y'all. But yeah, so basically all I'm really saying, and like I said, you can apply this to this program or anything else that you're interested in. All it takes is you being in the right place for the right amount of time and putting a right amount of dedication into it. And throughout my training, I really did struggle. It was really hard, and especially knowing that there was a very small percentage of people, like black people in general, or black women who had the ability to say that they were had their RTP or they were commercial pilot. So it was discouraging, but having these people surrounding me, encouraging me, made all the difference. So it all just depends on where you are, like I said, your level of dedication, and just being in the right place at the right time. So if you guys ever are here and if you are ever in Tuskegee and you are looking for something to do, here's the perfect place to be. That's all I really have to say. Was there anything specifically you wanted me to cover, Rodney?
Nope.
Is that good for you?
It's being a pilot is possible. You can do it. It's actually easier than I thought it was. It's easier than you probably think it is. And there are people here at the airport every day that fly airplanes and work on airplanes. And I wanted you all to know that there are people here every day that work on airplanes and fly airplanes, because in case you have any questions, or you want to learn something different, or you go home and you think of something new that you wanted to know about, you can always call us or email us. Everybody here has a Facebook, or you can even come out to the airport and see us again and ask questions and continue to learn.
And there's days where there's a ton of people here and there's a couple people here and there's nobody here. But regardless, you guys can still always come in and grab either me or Rodney or Jared or Corey. One of us will be here and hop on the sim. Like, we would love to see you guys come in and just sit in on the ground or whatever it is. Like, the door is always open.
Yep.
So don't ever feel unwelcome.
Yep.
I'm happy that you guys came out. This is an amazing experience that Rodney put together for you guys. And I don't think you guys probably know how profound it is that he's putting this together. And I'm assuming that this all has came out of your own pocket.
Yeah.
Okay, well, either way it goes, he took the time to put it together. So I know being in the scene that you're in is kind of hard for you to appreciate. But if I had an opportunity like this at a young age where I can apply something, like, aviation is expensive, right? A huge expense. This is not a cheap hobby. So it's like, if this is something that I had at a young age, I would really like latch on to it. Not just because it's something that I'm interested in, but it's an amazing opportunity for anybody who decides to, jump into it. So I would just encourage y'all to come back. That's all I can really say.
Thank you.
I have a question.
All right. She's crazy.
Speak to the relationship as it pertains to confidence between the mechanic on the airplane and the pilot who has to fly that airplane. There has to be a serious confidence among those people, right?
Yes, sir. Absolutely. That is a great question, and I will start off.
You
by
all be
answering
quiet,
that.
please.
I can start off by answering that question based on experience and my own principles. So I happen to be an aircraft mechanic and a pilot. And one practice that I have for myself is, anytime that I work on an airplane, I don't consider that airplane to be fixed until I fly it. So all of the red tails airplanes that I maintain and I work on and inspect to keep them safe and keep them flying so that they can continue training student pilots. Anytime I do maintenance on those airplanes, I'm always the first one to fly them once I work on those airplanes, whether it's required or not. And the reason why I do that is I literally, most people would say I stand behind my work. I will fly behind my work. I'm that confident, I'm that competent, and I'm that skilled and experienced to where I trust myself enough to fix an airplane, work on an airplane, or inspect an airplane, and then go and fly it myself. And so that same relationship or that same concept I like to teach to different pilots. And mechanics. Like, when somebody, as a mechanic, when someone brings you their aircraft to work on, they are in a sense giving you their lives. Their life is in your hands, and they're placing so much trust on you as a mechanic to represent them well and professionally, and to know in full faith and confidence whether something needs to be fixed, or if something is already fixed and it's safe to use. And as a mechanic, we have the responsibility to ensure that we're representing our customers and our clients in the proper manner. So, for example, one thing I had to get over was the anxiety from telling somebody your plane's not good, your plane's not safe to fly. It doesn't feel good, but you know, it's much easier to tell somebody, hey, sorry, your plane's not safe to fly, this is broken and you can't fly it until this gets fixed. That's a conversation that we can always have before it gets worse and somebody gets hurt. And now the conversation changes to, oh, they shouldn't have been flying because of, you know, this problem on the airplane. So, you know, you want as a mechanic to have a certain relationship and rapport established with your clients, so that way they trust you and they feel good about bringing you the aircraft, and they feel confident that if you say their airplane is safe and good to fly, then their plane is safe and good to fly. Now, to all the pilots out there who are looking for mechanics to work on airplanes, some of the questions and things you should be looking for and asking are, hey, can I watch you work on my airplane? If a mechanic's not willing to allow you to watch them while they work on the airplane, don't let them work on the airplane. That's it. Ask the mechanics if you can go and visit their shop. If a mechanic is not willing to let you into their shop where they would perform maintenance on your aircraft, or even your car for that matter, if they're not willing to let you look inside the shop just to see what it looks like and get a tour and look around, if they don't want to let you do that, then they shouldn't be working on your airplanes and they shouldn't be working on your cars. The mechanic, I want you to think of the mechanic as like a doctor. You know, the doctor shouldn't be keeping any secrets from the patients. The doctor should be welcoming, open, and inviting. The doctor should be an educational opportunity for the patients. So you're the pilot bringing your airplane to a mechanic. That mechanic should be enthused and willing to educate you on the problems and issues and concerns that you have for your airplane, as well as show you how they positively identify those problems and issues, as well as the process to correct those problems and issues. So complete transparency. So that's sort of in my mind, what the pilot-mechanic relationship should be like.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Now, Deacon, as I understand, your dad is a pilot. Deacon's dad is a pilot, so Deacon gets the opportunity to fly on airplanes every once in a while. And his dad actually keeps his airplane here at Moton Field in the hangar over there. And his dad actually had me do some work on his airplane. And with me and my philosophy and how I work, his dad came to the airport, I performed work on his airplane, and then we both went up and went and flew in his airplane that I had just gotten done, doing some serious engine work on. It could be equivalent to like open heart surgery, if you will. Mm-hmm. So, you know.
Deacon, what do you think about this experience today?
I think it was really fun to come out here and learn more about airplanes.
Yeah.
Could I get comments from the other students?
I learned so much. Like, my hunger for knowledge was like completely filled. Like, they were all super informative, and like every question I asked, I had an answer to. And like how they answered it, they always made sure like I understood like what they were saying. You know, like they were like, you know, does that make sense? I'm like, yeah, like kind of. They're like, okay, like let me explain like more. I'd be like, okay, like that's really cool. And they weren't, you know, like saying, you know, like that's not like a good question or anything. They were always so open to like all the questions I had. And I learned so much, and it was so fun.
Beautiful. Young lady, what about you? No comment?
I like the experiment today, and I like how they told different stuff and learn more. And I hope I come again.
Okay, thank you.
I think it was a wonderful experience, and I do hope more kids will be involved. Considering, you know, we don't have a lot of activities for the kids, this is an excellent opportunity for them to learn. And not only learn, but once they become the aspects of the mechanic, then once you're old enough for the students, then now you have a job.
And that seed is already planted.
Seed's planted. And then I believe with Tuskegee being what I call the seat of Tuskegee Airmen, I mean, why not learn right here and get all the information and history that you can get for free?
Okay.
So I welcome anyone, come on out. It's a good opportunity for every citizen of Tuskegee to do something different.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, I sure appreciate you guys. So
We
what's
appreciate
your
you.
last word?
appreciate
here,
you,
Mr.
Chief.
Instructor?
Yes, sir. So, as I said before, I'll say it again. While this was the first time that we've been able to put something together for, particularly for the kids of the community and their parents to come out to the airport and learn that there's an airport here and learn that, hey, to come out to the airport and get involved with everything here and the opportunities, this will not be the last time. We're going to be.
How often do you think you'll be doing this if people show interest?
A minimum of once a month, at the minimum. So that's guaranteed. Once a month, there'll be a day where we want the community. First of all, this is a public airport. Everyone in every community should go and visit their public airport, regardless if there's an event or not. But particularly, we will be having open doors to the kids and their parents in the community, so that we can set time aside for them on that day, so we can educate them on the aviation mechanics, flying on the simulators, and we'll even be taking visits to the National Historic Site, the Tuskegee Airmen Museum, which is here at the airport in Tuskegee. We'll have days where we go and take the tour and learn some aviation history. Again, at a minimum, we'll be doing this once a month. If not, more often. We have, starting with this plane that's right directly behind me, 1, 2, 3, 4. The fourth one being the one that just started up. And we also have one more inside the hangar, so we have 5 planes total so far. And we're looking for 2 more planes so that the foundation continue to expand and train more students. And as Chief Anderson would say, we keep them flying because they're all out here on the line ready to go.
All right now.
Yes, sir.
Good shot. Thank you.
Yes, sir.